Hi, I'm April, and I'm from the Brighton Park branch of the Chicago Public Library. This week we celebrated science, technology, engineering, and art in preparation for STEAM-powered Saturday on May 8th. Today we're talking about the M in STEAM, which is math. So we're going to do a fun math activity called Create Your Own Pixel Art. We're going to make pixel art together. Now, what are pixels? Pixels are tiny dots that form a grid to make a picture. Now, pixels are the back of every single electronic display we use. They form the image for our laptops, they form images for our phones, and all the electronic displays. So pixels are tiny dots of color, and we're going to enlarge the pixels and make them big to make a giant display. Nowadays, people are making pixel art to put on their windows and to put on their doors to cheer up their neighbors while we're all stuck inside. So today we're going to make our own pixel art. Now, what do you need? The materials you'll need are Post-it notes and a ruler and a pencil and graph paper. Now, graph paper is a grid, right? This is a pattern called a grid. And what shape do you see in the graph paper? I see squares. So graph paper is made up of tiny squares. If you don't have graph paper at home, you can make your own graph paper by taking a regular sheet of paper and drawing lines this way and this way to make a grid. If you don't have Post-it notes, you can cut your own squares of paper. You take any piece of paper and you cut it into squares that are 3 inches by 3 inches. So let's get started. The first thing we do is we make a plan. So I drew my plan on my graph paper. I decided to make a heart for my design, but you can make any design that you want. So what I did was I looked at my graph paper. So I decided that I wanted my heart to be the color blue. And blue begins with the letter B. So I put the letter B in the shape of a heart. And then I enlarged my grid on this big piece of poster board so that each square was 3 inches by 3 inches. And I used my pencil to draw boxes on the paper so that each square was 3 inches by 3 inches. I made the same heart pattern on the poster board. So I wrote B wherever I wanted there to be a blue Post-it note. And then my next color was orange. And I used the letter O for orange. And I put an O everywhere I wanted there to be an orange Post-it note. And then my last color was yellow. So I put a Y everywhere I wanted there to be a yellow Post-it note. So after you make your plan and you draw it up on the graph paper, then you measure your space to make sure that it's the right size. So I know that each square is 3 inches. And I know that my design is 13 squares wide. So I know that each Post-it note is 3 inches long. And I know that my design is 13 squares across. So I need a piece of paper that's big enough for 13 squares. So what I do is 3 times 13, and that equals 39. So I need a poster board that's 39 inches long or bigger. So let's measure this poster board to make sure it's the right size. For this, I'm going to use my yardstick, which is 3 feet long. It's 36 inches long. All right, let's measure the poster board. So now that I know that my poster board is the right size, it's time to start placing the Post-it notes on the poster board. Now that we finished with blue, now we're going to try orange. Now we finished our blue and our orange, and we're going to do the last color, which is yellow. And now we have a beautiful heart to decorate your neighborhood or decorate your window or your door to add some cheer to your neighborhood. Thank you so much for learning about pixel art with me. Make sure to join us for STEAM Powered Saturday on May 8th.